First of all, how's fatherhood treating you?
Really well, thank you. Yeah, my daughter's great, and we got another one on the way in August.
Wow. It's getting to be a crowded house, huh?
Yeah, definitely it's a huge blessing. So excited to meet my son on the way, and life is great.
Your daughter is almost 3, right?
Yeah, she turns 3 in July.
So it appears you've survived the terrible twos.
We're crawling our way out of it, yeah.
Just barely, right?
Yeah.
Does the whole family come with you when you travel to fight?
Just my wife. Yeah.
And is that for a reason?
We have had my daughter come with my in-laws watching her, but wasn't able to happen this time. Maybe next fight, but yeah.
Is that something you want for the future? Does that help you feel more comfortable?
It's nice. It's nice to have my people around that I'm close with around every day, you know. But my wife is very important for me to be with me. We're very close, and you know we're in this together. She does a lot for me, so it's nice to have her around.
I'm told that faith plays a lot bigger part in your life than it has in the past. Is that new?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I've been growing in my faith the last couple of years, so it's really exploded lately the last 10 weeks or so. Just because I've really put myself into it, being into the Word every day, reading the Bible as much as I can, hearing as many sermons as I can. It really has built me up and grown my relationship with God. But definitely my faith in the Lord Jesus Christ is a huge factor in my life. The number one factor in my life and number one focus at the moment.
How do you balance those two energies, the spiritual energy and the energy of fighting, energy of combat?
I find it works pretty well. I mean, I didn't have a relationship with Jesus when I was first started this, really, and God called me to Him while I was in this sport just a few years ago. So it's been interesting, it goes well together because it's been amazing to see when I'm growing closer to God and pursuing Him, just how much He blesses me and protects me and strengthens me, and it's a great platform for me to talk about Jesus and how good God is, and once you give your life to Jesus and the changes He can make in your life. So for me, it's I have more peace, I have joy, I'm happy, and I don't have that hardness in my heart. I don't have that pain that I was living with before. So it's life is great,
Was it introduced to you, or did you get more into it through a fighter, or did you find it yourself?
Well, my wife actually, when I first met her, invited me to her church. So that was kind of my introduction.
What kind of church?
A Pentecostal church, Christian church. Yeah.
There are a lot of other fighters who are also men of faith, women of faith. Do you model your life on them at all?
Not really, just kind of going through my own journey with God, just trying to push into the Word every day and learn more and apply it as much as I can, and just growing, trying to be more like Jesus every day.
Was the belt always up for grabs when this opportunity was coming up?
During the tournament? Yeah, they presented the tournament format with my title to be on the line every time I fought. Yeah.
Did that change anything for you as opposed to just defending your title?
Not really. If you really look at it, it's the same thing anyway. If I was to fight a welterweight fight, it would be for my title. So, for me, it's better because I know who I'm going to be fighting somewhat, so I like it.
And who do you expect to be facing in the final?
Lima. I think I'll be fighting Douglas, yeah.
How do you like that fight?
It's a good fight. We had a very close fight. It was a hard fight, and I envision the next time we meet up that I'll be more dominant. I'll be more dominant, and I think I'm gonna put Douglas away the next time we fight.
Why is that?
I learned a lot from what we did in the first fight, and I made a lot of changes, and I just envision doing some stuff quite different that I feel that I could capitalize on.
Is there any real mystery to what Jon Fitch is going to do on Saturday night?
I don't think there's a mystery. I know Jon always comes to fight hard, so I can expect that out of him. You know, he has the strengths of wrestling and control, but no matter who he gets in there with, he brings a hard fight to them. He's going to be throwing hard punches, and he's going to be looking to take control of the fight right away. So. I don't expect him to come out doing something new.
Does that put your mind at ease at all, kind of knowing a little bit more about what the threat is and how you're going to confront it?
Yeah, you can kind of wrap your head around it, I guess. But I'm pretty much focused on myself. I want to impose my will. I don't really want to wait around seeing what his style or anything. I just kind of want to take it to him.
And how did you feel about your coach Faras's comments about Fitch being on steroids, or expecting him to be on steroids for Saturday?
I was a bit surprised because I had never really heard him talk like that, especially on like an interview. But I guess he had really is a strong conviction for that in our sport. But he's his own man. He could speak what he believes in his own interviews. I can't really, I can't blame him. If I don't really know too much history about Jon and his steroids, but apparently he's been caught before. So that's on him, I guess. It's on his conscience.
So his attitude, his comment, doesn't reflect on your beliefs necessarily?
Well, I believe taking steroids in this sport is wrong. It's totally, it's cheating. But I can't go out and point my finger and be like, Jon's on it. I can't, good conscience, start judging him on what he's doing currently. It's out of my control, and so I'm not going to stress about it. If he's doing it, that's just something he's that's on him. I can't, it's out of my control. It's him and the commission and their testing, and if he's caught, then he's going to have to pay the consequences.
Would it change anything for you if you actually knew he was on steroids before the fight?
I would, yeah, I guess it would somewhat, because he's, he's cheating. That would be meaning he's cheating, but and the commission wouldn't allow him to fight, obviously. So I guess those two factors.